Hey guys, and welcome back to PXH, also known as PureXHeart. Chris here, as usual, back again with another album review. In fact, our first ever album review of 2021. If you guys did miss our best of and our worst of 2020, then, go check out those, even though those are actually very, very good hits that, you guys are actually responding very, very well to them. So I'm very glad that you guys hopefully are actually really did enjoy those videos. However, this is New Year, so let's get into it. You Are Fullness is the fifth studio album from the meditative art rock band from Brooklyn, New York, otherwise known as Young Oceans. It's basically a group of artists that came together originally from Trinity Grace Church, who desired to create music that is more reflected in prayer and rather than a congregational type of service, like a lot of these songs that you hear either on this album or a lot of their previous stuff. It's a whole lot of reflective songs. This album, again, is really no different. It's just, if you love Young Oceans, you're gonna love this album. That's basically the simple matter of that. If you are not a huge fan of Young Oceans, then this album will not change your stance on that. For me, going into this album, again, it's that soft music that is just not my favorite. There are some artists that can actually pull it off. For example, Stephanie Gretzinger last year with Forever Amen really pulled that off, really the slow type of beat, where there's a little bit different between that album and this album. For example, that album just felt, Stephanie Gretzinger's album felt a little bit more different and a little bit more lively, whereas this album still feels lively. It's just more of the lively and reflectiveness, and it's not really that the music is really the heart of this album. The heart really behind this album is really the slow burn ambient type of music that you would really hear if you're doing a really intimate Bible study, or if you're really doing an intimate prayer. That's where you would really hear this music, or you're just doing an intimate type of devotion, or even if you're just working on stuff. Basically, that's literally what Young Oceans does really, really great. It's just really just a lot of reflective, a lot of, I hate to say background music, but yes, background music that you can study by. Like, this is literally perfect album that if you guys need to find something to study with, or get into that devotional, to have music going on. Again, one of those people that I love having music going on while I'm either in a devotional or just doing regular life. It's definitely one of those albums that the more that you listen to it, the more that you probably will appreciate it. Definitely some of the stuff that they have with the pianos, the drums, the guitars, the synths that they have in some of their songs, which, for example, one of my favorite songs, just because I love synth ambient music, is the song First Love, which goes back to Christ being our very first love. Just love that music. The lyrics, you have no problem with the Young Oceans. As one thing I actually really, really enjoy about them is that their lyrics are always Christ-centered. They're always biblical-centered. It's a little bit of the John Mark McMillan scenario, where you're either going to love this band or you're not going to love this band. It's just one of those things where it's just like, you're either going to love this ambient music or you're not. You're either going to be like, this is not for me, or this is just like, maybe I like this. For me, it's a little bit of the in-between, but actually going back to a little bit of the background of this album, it was supposed to be released as 2 EPs, one released into 2020 and the other one released into 2021. Though with, pandemic era, and they're also supposed to record it live together rather than, they had to now with the pandemic, they had to record their stuff separately. Doesn't really sound like that it was separately. It was edited really great. I actually really do enjoy the editing of this album a lot. Again, like the only thing that I would have to really say about this album is just of how it's slow and methodical, which again is not a bad album, just really tough to just listen to, just straight listen to. If I was actually doing other stuff, then I'd be like, yeah man, this is actually fine. It's really tough right here. I will have to say, you know, buy or download this album, whatever you do, get this album in your hands, just because of the reflective prayerness. And really my only gripe with this album is of how slow it is, and it's not really a good, just straightforward listen to. It is definitely an album that if you love this ambient music, then you're going to really enjoy it. I really recommend you guys doing this. Is maybe this be your 2021 album that you actually listen to with different you know, devotionals. You know, maybe this be your devotional music. I don't really know. Or, you know, you're just basically just doing something that is very calm and really, you know, just trying to relax yourself. This is actually a really great album to really relax yourself. I do like to be careful with a lot of times I would listen to this just because it is kind of soft and really kind of slow, that it in a bad thing that put me to sleep. But you know, it was very calming. It was a very calming album. So if you just need that, you know, worry of just the way that life is going, then maybe this is an album that you guys should listen to. But if you guys would, leave a like onto this video and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album, and also what you guys want me to review, whether it be in the past, future, present, coming up, whatever it may be. I know I said future twice, but it's okay. Future / coming up is basically the same thing, but that is a-okay. You guys put it down in those comments and I will get to it. It can be music, movies, or, you know, a topic that, you know, you guys want me to talk about. I don't know. You guys put it down in those comments and I will get to it. Of course, if you're new here or a channel visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. It really helps out this channel. But with that, go along with Jesus and change the culture. Boom. Bye.